Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Board Meet. Today I'm going to be reviewing the latest installment in the Unmatched series of games. I believe this is the 13th box set that has come out so far, and that is Houdini versus the Genie, a magic set that was just released here this last week. I got to play it a few times, so I figured I'd give my thoughts on this. So before I get into that, let's talk about the actual board that comes with this two character set. And it is a small board like all the other two character sets that have come out before it. And they've started doing this a lot now, is the instead of getting two maps, one on each side of the board, you're getting the same map but just different graphics on each side. How they present the circle map spots on there, which I'm not a big fan of that. I wish they would go back to the two map system where you get two maps with each set that came out. But that it seems like they're sticking with this for the time being, at least. But the map itself on this one, like I said, is a small map, and it does something that we've seen other maps do with these secret passages, where you can basically jump from one secret passage to another secret passage spot. And I'm not really a big fan of this map because of that. Because it's such a small map, with being a two-character map, and having these secret passages, if you're trying to get away from your opponent, it's almost impossible. They can usually always boost to get to you somewhere on the map with those secret passages. So I'm not a big fan of the map, but I can put that aside and play all the other maps that I have. But I'm just not a fan of this particular map. The characters themselves. Before I get into each of the characters, I want to say that the artwork on these character cards, specifically the backs of them, are probably my favorite of any of the sets. These are just really good. I love the artwork on these back of these cards, specifically on the Houdini one. I'm not sure what it is, but I just absolutely love the Houdini art on here. And let's get into each of these characters. I'll start with Houdini. Houdini is a melee character that has a maneuver of 2, and he has a sidekick, Beth. Bess or Beth? Bess. It's Bess. And Bess is not really the best sidekick. I'll just say that. She's okay. She's got a couple cards, but for the most part, she's just kind of there. And as far as Houdini is really cool. He has this ability. His ability is when you boost, when you're maneuvering and you can boost, you can just basically teleport him anywhere on the map. So if you're playing a big four character map, you cannot run away from Houdini. He can just boost and get to you no matter what, which is a really cool ability. But besides that, Houdini's cards are all about boosting. He wants you to boost, not just for the fact that he can teleport everywhere, but he has attack cards that will encourage him to boost as well. And why that is because Houdini introduces a new mechanic in this game where they do a bonus on the boost cards. If you use particular cards as a boost, whether it's maneuvering or whether it's attacking or defense, which she's got attack or defense cards that you can boost up, there are bonuses on those cards. If you use those particular cards to boost with, they have another ability that you can use, basically. And it's something like you can do 2 damage to any character on the map, or you can draw another card, or you can look at the other player's cards and discard a card. He's all about these bonuses for boosting, whether it's on his maneuvering or whether it's attacking or defending, which I think that's really cool because we have not seen that yet from any character in Unmatched. And the fact that they can continually innovate with this game, they've done that with the Houdini deck. It's a really cool deck. As far as the Genie is a ranged character, and he's got a maneuver of 3. And he's really powerful, getting that ranged +3 maneuver. His ability is at the start of his turn, he can discard a card to gain 1 extra action. So he can a lot of times get 3 actions per turn. And he's going to be a little bit more basicer than Houdini. He's very straightforward, but he's going to encourage you to discard cards with his other cards to gain other actions or gain other abilities. He's going to get a lot of draw cards and stuff like that in this. But I'm not going to go through all these cards for these characters, but Houdini is all about discarding cards to do extra things. He's kind of got, hampered down because he's the genie. He's very powerful, but you're going to have to discard to do powerful things. So it kind of feels thematic with that sense. The genie, all powerful, but he's a slave pretty much to himself. So these characters, they work well together in this box. Not just thematically because it's a magic theme box, but both of these characters feel similar in a way. They're going to encourage you to go through your deck very fast. Houdini with boosting these cards, because he's always going to be boosting cards, and the Genie with always discarding these cards to do different things. So they're similar in that way, not only magically, but mechanically. They're somewhat similar. I would say Houdini is a much more complex character to run. If I was introducing someone to Unmatched, I would not start with Houdini. Houdini feels like more that you give to a veteran player. It's a very combo deck where you're doing this and boosting with this so you can do this and comboing them off of each other. And I think that's really cool. He kind of feels to me like how Little Red Riding Hood felt, where you want to play your cards in a certain order and you're going to really think of how you're trying to do things. Where Genie, I think, is a great beginner deck for a new player for Unmatched. They're both, I think, really powerful characters. But yeah, I would say Houdini's more on the complex side. And I'm not saying that's super complex for Unmatched standards. It's just a more complex character than an average character in Unmatched, I think. I really like this set overall. I'm going to give this set an 8.5. If it wasn't for the map that I don't really like particularly, this would probably be a 9. These are great characters, and the last set that came out, the Jurassic Park with the T-Rex and Dr. Sattler, I wasn't that big of a fan of. This one, I think, goes back to what I really liked about Unmatched. So yeah, 8.5 for Unmatched Houdini versus the Genie. A great set. You got to go check it out. Leave some comments down below if you've played this set, if you want to play this set, what's your favorite Unmatched set. Either way, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe to see more weekly content from me, Shane, at the board meeting in the future. Hope you all have an amazing day. Take care.